Hello, my name is Eugene Longo, and my presentation today is about race, class, access, gender, and equality. The first article that I chose was written by Dr. Charles Morrow. It's titled Moving the Dial, Measuring Inclusive Leadership. In the article, Dr. Morrow talks about inclusive leaders. Inclusive leaders encourage and develop the best in others. They shine the spotlight on others' accomplishments. They embrace diversity of the workforce and also the customers. They understand and value having everyone's voice heard. All inclusive leaders have a passion for results and a talent for unleashing others' strengths for better business results. In the 1990s, many leaders were encouraged to believe that they had all of the answers as well as the vision. Inclusive leaders are truly the opposite of that. Smart managers ask for the insights of others and amplify the strengths of their workforce. This slide talks about modeling and measuring inclusive leadership. First, you have to lead yourself. You need to be taught to be colorblind and gender neutral, and that differences really do not exist. Those things limit leaders. Inclusive leaders recognize that everyone has a unique perspective and a unique value. Those differences can definitely contribute to unique business results. Candid conversations and courageous actions will make the business a better place. Leading relationships. You need to network broadly. You need to adapt the styles of others to your leadership. You need to encourage others in their development. You need to change the culture. Everyone needs to feel comfortable in contributing in their true selves. You need to build trust, respect, and a feeling of safety for the workers. Leaders share responsibility when things go wrong, but they also give credit when things go well. The second article that I read was written by 4 women with multiple years of experience in inclusive practice, leadership, cultural change, and transformational programs. The main focus of the article is that diversity is not a program. I like a quote that was in the article. The quote is, "A diverse workforce is a company's lifeblood, and diverse perspectives and approaches are the only means of solving complex and challenging business issues." Businesses are starting to move from compliance to inclusion as a business strategy. Getting people involved and getting buy-in from your employees only help to support the business. In the article, in their global survey, only 1 company in 5, which is 20%, believe it is fully ready to address the issue of diversity and inclusion in their business. The article includes a chart indicating the gap between 23 or more countries and the readiness to address diversity and inclusion. Many companies treat diversity as a matter of compliance, but compliance should be broader. The understanding of diversity to race, gender, age, physical ability, and diversity of thinking is a must. Oftentimes, companies cover their differences in response to the pressures to assimilate. When an inclusive environment exists, a company can do many things of value. They can access and assess the top talent. It can drive performance and innovation. The more diverse, the more ideas come, the more new and better ideas. They can retain key employees through these methods, especially when people are happier. They can better understand their customers. They can understand the diverse workforce. They can more than likely meet the business goals. The authors believe that diversity is the measure and that inclusion is the mechanism. Place where companies can start this is to educate their leaders about biases and cover behaviors. They can embed diversity and inclusion in leadership roles and programs. They can conduct a gap analysis of talent, systems, and processes. They can also develop a diversity of inclusion with a scorecard and measurement of business impact. Of the 3 articles within the book that I read, I enjoyed Chapter 10, Strengthening Others. There were a lot of ideas that were introduced in this chapter in the way of strengthening others. A few of the ideas that I enjoyed was to develop competence and confidence in people, to provide choices, to design jobs to offer latitude for the workers, foster accountability, and really it talked about educating people with an emphasis on educate, educate, educate. Leaders should be coaches. They should seek out ways to increase choices, offer visible support. One thing I liked in the article was the monthly coaching conversations, which was located on page 273. The second chapter that I read was chapter 11. The chapter discusses recognizing contributions. Some of the highlights of the chapter was to expect the best of people, to personalize the recognition giving to the people. People will often act the way that you expect them to act. The higher the expectations, the higher the performance. Feedback and goals will keep people engaged. People are likely to believe someone who does not exist. People are not likely to believe in someone who doesn't show trust in them. So it's important to get close to people, to show them that you trust them. People are more willing to follow a leader that trusts them. It's important to say thank you. It's important to be thoughtful. The last chapter that I want to talk about is chapter 12. This chapter is about celebrating the values and victories. It discusses a community of creating spirit, to be personally involved, to provide social support, to have fun together, to tell stories. You need to show how you care about the people. Encouraging the Heart video. When I watched the video, I enjoyed it. It talked about how to model the way, showed how to inspire a vision, to challenge the process to make things better, how to enable others to act. It's important again to recognize the accomplishments. You need to be intentional about what you're doing. Talked about a golden paperclip, just a symbol of a way to show a good job. People enjoy being recognized, and the golden paperclip is one of the ways. You need to show acts of kindness. It's really not about the sender. It's not about the leader. It's about how the people receive what the leader is telling them. Any celebration or any recognition should be meaningful to the people. The leader needs to share in the efforts. There's a lot of challenges of being an inclusive leader. The way to meet those challenges is to be flexible, to have a self-awareness and mindfulness of what's going on, to have the courage. You need to include everyone. A leader needs to be comfortable with diversity. And with that, that concludes my briefing. Thank you very much.